Graduation is over, school is out, the sakura are blooming. You know what that means. Time for your annual health check. Hello y'all and welcome to Drop Tales. I am Allie, an ALT from Texas, currently working in Japanese schools in Gifu Prefecture. While you're here, it would be super cool if you hit the like and subscribe buttons. I just wrapped up my 4th year working here in Japan. Wow, 4 years. And due to a certain outbreak, this year was pretty unique and there were a lot of unprecedented things that happened. But one thing remains the same: annual mandatory health checks. I remember back when I was originally applying for both Altia and the JET program and thinking, all this health check business seems rather invasive. Annual health checks are extremely common here in Japan, so Japanese people don't even bat an eye at what Americans would consider an invasion of privacy. I mean, sure, we do drug tests as part of the hiring process in America so that the company can think that they're not just hiring some deadbeat to work for them in their company. But as for an actual physical exam to check your general health, no. Look, that's not considered any of the company's business and it's entirely optional in America. I think the only exceptions to that would be people involved with the military or something. But no, normal jobs, we don't do physical checks at all. No, that's kind of creepy to us. Japanese citizens, on the other hand, have health checks from a pretty young age. One of the big events at school is actually the annual health check. That's right, sometimes anime is real. And it's not just students that have to do health checks every year. Just about every company employee across the land of the rising sun has to get weighed, measured, and pee in a cup every year. Wait. So are billions of people flooding into hospitals for these physical exams every spring? No. Different companies will have their employees do these health exams at different times during the year. For example, dude has to have his done in September. Usually the teachers at the schools that I work at have to have theirs done sometime between March, when the school year starts, and the beginning of summer. ALTs are contractors, so it makes sense that we're expected to have ours done sometime during spring break, in between the end of our previous contract and the start of our new one. This way, the dispatch company can be sure that they are unleashing healthy ALTs upon Japanese schools. What kind of things do they test for these health exams here in Japan? In my case, I had to fill out a questionnaire about any previous illnesses. I had to do a urinalysis, pee in a cup. I had to be weighed. I had my height measured. I had to have a eye test and a hearing test. And of course, I had to pee in a cup. I said that twice, didn't I? Yep, peeing in a cup, y'all. If you are a certain age, you may also have to have your waist measured and have a blood test done. I think I have to have that done when I'm 35, so I'm still a couple of years short of that. I don't like needles, so I'm happy. The last and most important thing you have to do is the chest x-ray. Now, why do you have to do a chest x-ray? Japan used to have a really bad tuberculosis problem, and they take TB very, very seriously, y'all. In the mid-1900s, Japan had a huge tuberculosis problem. It peaked in 1943 with over 170,000 cases, and thanks to modern medicine, it has come down to a much more reasonable level. However, according to a 2017 report, there were 16,789 notified cases of TB in Japan. The rate was 13.3 cases per 100,000 population. FYI, in the US, the TB rate was only 2.8 cases per 100,000 population that year. That's 4.75 times more TB in Japan than in the US. So while it's under control, for a first world country, there's still quite a big fight against it going on even today. By the way, I have a very ladylike smoker's cough that makes everyone wonder, do you really not have tuberculosis? Every year, but no, I just have asthma, y'all. I've been coughing since like middle school. So, are all these health checks necessary? That is a good question. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good way to keep yourself aware of your health and not let it just kind of get out of control. I don't think that employers need to know the results. Again, unless like you're in the military or something where you have to have a certain level of fitness. But yeah, I do think that's a little bit weird personally. Here in Japan, some people will even decide to go on a diet and exercise more in preparation for this exam. For example, Dude has decided that he really wants to lose 44 pounds before September, and he even has a little blog to keep track of it. In the case of teachers, yes, I do think it's important because we are surrounded by young people every day, and of course we don't want to give the young people any kind of disease, but also the young people are, well, children are adorable, but their hygiene is lacking, and if I got some weird disease from them, I would want to know ASAP. For those of y'all who are coming to Japan and are kind of super creeped out by this health check, all I can say is don't be. It's normal. They're not singling you out in any way. Literally, everyone working for a company in Japan does it. I think the only way you can get out of it is if you're like a freelancer or a housewife or a house husband or something. So that's just the Japanese way. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to be alerted when I upload more videos, please subscribe. That would be really cool of you. And that's all for today. Bye-bye.